Hey guys, this is your friendly neighborhood cider man, also known as Psy. Yeah, I know that was lame, but lay off me, I thought it was cool. But I'm getting you another replay here. This is on Desert Oasis, and it is a ZvZ. I am the red Zerg in the top, and Cow's Rule is my opponent. He is the blue Zerg in the bottom. And check this out. Already I have a nice advantage here just because I typoed ZvZ. I said ZbZ instead. And you know that always keeps your opponent on their toes. You know, does he have a broken keyboard? Is he just a bad typer? But he's gonna think I'm bad. He's gonna underplay me because of that. And so I've already secured a minor lead in this game. And so when you start out against an opponent, you always want to make at least 1 or 2 typos before you begin. But the game is underway here. I'm just doing a standard 14 pool that you're gonna see here in a second. And it looks like my opponent is doing similar. And these overlords are going to have a romantic evening in the middle with this beautiful Zelnaga watchtower. But oh, look at the cold shouldered. Look at that. They just ignored each other. They didn't even say hi. I haven't seen that kind of etiquette before. This is a grudge match game apparently. But here we go. My overlord has popped. I'm pumping out 3 more drones, and I'm gonna get my minerals going and going. And obviously that's what you want to do in StarCraft. It's kind of the idea of the game is to get minerals. But he's just popped out his second overlord. And of course, Desert Oasis, for those of you who don't know, this map is notorious for the long routes to the enemy base. Look at this. Gotta go all the way around, down here, past the watchtower, all the way down, over to the right, and up the choke point. The other route is just as long, but because of that, you don't see a lot of typical builds. All races tend to get air units. You know, Terran will go Vikings and harass with those. Toss will often go Void Ray rushes, or even I've seen Mass Phoenix on this map, which actually works pretty well if you can anti-gravity the drones and snipe them that way. Against Zerg, you can anti-gravity the Queen and take the Queen out pretty fast. But it is an interesting map. I kind of like it. A lot of players, you know, don't have good things to say about it just because it is such a long path. But let's just say this, it is no Twilight Fortress. Twilight Fortress makes me want to kill babies. But let's see here. My spawning pool is going down. I'm gonna get my queen going right away here. There she is, and let's see what he's doing over here. Looks like he has his gas as well. Has he started his queen? No, he hasn't started. He has started his queen, but it looks like he Psy-locked himself. He needs to clear up 2 food. He should start a couple buildings and then cancel them. He can't afford to wait for this overlord. There we go. There's the evolution chamber and there's the extractor. So that freed up 2 food for him. Now his queen is going to be able to be built here. That was kind of a blunder on his part, in my opinion, but his overlord is coming up. He's going to be able to pump out some more drones. So far he's just got 2 zerglings, probably just for scouting purposes. My queen is almost done, and I am planting down a roach warden. And look at this. This is kind of unusual. It is a second gas. And because I'm getting a second gas and I went layer tech right when my queen came out, you can kind of see where I'm going with this. It's a tech heavy gas build so far, but I am getting a roach warden, which is a bit unusual if someone does tech. Warren, I'm sorry, okay, Warren, there is no D in it. He is not a prison you know, boss captain guy, so sorry about that. I know a lot of people gave me a bunch of flack for saying warden, but it's Warren. I'm sorry about that. And also, people were giving me crap about not making video responses. I really do try, guys. I try to get the video responses up right away. But a lot of times when I upload these videos, it's at night before I go to bed, and so I just don't get to it until the morning. But he was able to come in there with his 2 zerglings and take out one of my drones. And it's not an overlord. You know, if he was to kill my overlord, I would automatically win just because that's the way it works with me. But it was just a drone, and my layer is up. I am sending 3 roaches onto the choke point to block it from whatever scouts that he has, because when you go these heavy muta builds, you just want to make sure he doesn't see your scout, and this drone is going to be putting down the Spire in just a second here. And this is kind of an all-in strategy. If he does detect it early enough, he's going to be able to get a good counter force against it. Something like Hydras or even Spore Colonies, until he can just kind of build up whatever army he wants to attack me with. But we've just got some overlords sitting on the expansions here. I'm watching his lower right expansion and the high yield just because those are the most popular expansions to get to. Well, my queen's just chilling here. Spire's almost halfway done. I'm going to try to save up as much gas as I can for the Spire. I'm not really worried about any upgrades for my roaches because I only built it so they could block the ramp and so that he would think I was getting roaches. So, I mean, when he came in here with his zerglings, you could see that he saw my roach warren, and so he thinks that's what I'm going to be getting here. You know what? I said I was going to give someone a shout out this video, but I still did not look up his name. He actually sent me a message saying, you know, this is my name if you want to give me a shout out. And yeah, I absolutely do want to do that, but it's going to have to happen next video. Maybe I'll put it on a sticky note or something. I don't know. I am so forgetful. But my changeling is coming in here. I have an overseer. I'm getting a scout on him. I wasn't able to see any Spire, but a lot of times Zerg players will hide Spires in the back somewhere around here. So I'm still not sure if he's getting mutas or not, but I'm liking my position if he's not, because I am starting my first 4 mutas. I had 400 gas, so it's just enough for about 4 mutas. They will have no problem taking out this queen. The queen is a bitch. She cannot do anything against air, and he actually does have 1 attack upgrade for his ranged unit, so his roaches are pretty buff now. Good saturation at his minerals, almost a little too much. I've got good saturation as well, and with my extra eggs and extra minerals I am pumping out a lot of Zerglings. You always want to do that. I've said it many times, Zerglings supplement Mutalisks very well, and here they go. Here are my Mutalisks. He spots it with the Overseer, but it might be too late. We'll see what happens here.